Hello, my name is Randy Ripke. I'm the developer of TASbillerCloud. The following video will help explain features of the program. If you have any questions, please feel free to email or call. I hope you enjoy your use of TASbillerCloud. Hello, this is Randy Ripke, the developer of TASbillerCloud. In this video, we're going to discuss how to set up and use a new feature on the cloud known as pagers and apps. This is a very similar feature to the pager inventory and billing from the PC product that we've tweaked some for the cloud and increased the functionality of it. There are still some of us who are billing for pagers and keeping inventory of pagers. Many of us now are billing for secure text licenses to comply with HIPAA. There are a couple different ways to approach this as far as billing the client. You could use simply the fixed quantity function of the posting account, and your invoice could read secure message licenses to at $10. Or you can use the pagers and apps feature and list, as we have on the invoice here, the pager number, the user's name, and the charges. And this will give you an itemization of all the different licenses for each account, which makes for a very nice presentation to the client. Now, to use this feature, there's a little bit of setup involved. So we're going to leave file maintenance for customers and go into miscellaneous file maintenance. On the middle tab, we have pagers and apps. And there are 4 different groupings of options for us. Now, carriers would be your vendors. So in this case, you can see I have Amtelco and StarTel listed here. There may be others, of course, and Tiger Text. Or you may have carriers for your pagers. Descriptions would be further drilled down now from, say, on Amtelco, you might have MySecure. On StarTel, you might have SM Plus, or you may have Tiger Connect on Tiger Text. Manufacturers are more for use for pagers, and the status codes, again, are more applicable to pagers, but can be used for your secure licenses as well. So the first thing you'd want to do is set up your descriptions or your vendor names so you can do some sorting and reporting. This would come in very handy if you're trying to reconcile the charges you're getting from your vendor for X number of secure message licenses. You can use the file maintenance functions on the cloud and group by carrier or by description and see how many SM Plus licenses, for example, you have assigned to your customers and make sure that's what you're paying for to your vendor. The next step is in posting accounts. You can see I have a posting account here for secure text licenses. And when you set up this posting account, make sure you check the option button for pagers and apps in the upper right-hand corner. This way, this posting account will be available when you add the rates for the pagers or the license applications. Lastly, in file maintenance, going to templates, we can bring up our template, and there's some setup involved here, which is covered in greater detail in a separate video. It's templates part 3, discusses how to set up the headers and the descriptions for the pagers and apps on your template. And be sure to set that up on both the main regular account as well as a sub-account detail. Now, to add pagers and apps, we can go to File Maintenance, go to Asset Management, and choose Pagers and Apps. And here's our grid. This is a very similar grid to Customer File Maintenance, and it allows you to drag fields and rearrange the order of them if you want to. You can right-click and do groupings, sorts. You can also choose which columns are displayed or not displayed. This grid can then be exported to a CSV file or an Excel file. Once you have it laid out the way you like, you can save your settings for next time and it stays in the format that you choose. You can edit your pagers from right here. And this is the general information for, in this case, we have a StarTel SM Plus secure message license. And on the rate tab, that's the charge I have for this license. Let's add a couple of pager and apps right now. Click on the Add button and enter the cap code or phone number, which is going to appear on the client's invoice. Some of this information only applies to pagers. We can skip that for secure message licenses. The account number will bring up the name of the account. Oops, let's apply that to 4004 so it's on a different customer. And we'll put in a username. Choose a status, a carrier or vendor, a description, and save. So our pager record has been created for our secure message license. We then go to the rate tab and we're going to add a fixed charge for secure message license and put our fee in. Save one more time and we're done. Now this record has been assigned to customer 4004 already. Let's add one more and not assign it, and we'll show you a different way to assign pagers or apps to a customer. So we're going to add another one. And this time we're going to skip the account information. We'll even skip the username. We'll just say that this one is available. And this might be a Tiger text license. We save this and close. Now I can go into customer file maintenance and bring up account 4004. And on my assets tab, I see listed the license that I added directly to that client. The top portion of this window are the licenses assigned to the customer. The lower portion are those that are available in inventory. So let's say we want to assign this license or this pager to this client. We can simply click on this up arrow and this will add that record to this client's account. We're going to edit the record. And we're going to assign this one to Dr. Rogers. We're going to change our status to assigned. Save. Enter our rate. And save. And now we've actually assigned 2 secure message apps licenses to this client. Now to see how these look on the invoice, we go into account 4001, which I've already had some charges on, and view my invoice. And you can see on this account where I have 2 secure message licenses being billed on the invoice. And this is coming in from the assets tab for this customer with the 2 licenses. And that concludes pagers and apps. If you have any questions, of course, shoot me an email or give me a call. Thank you very much.